America, and hello world. Good morning, Filipinas. Welcome to our The Teacher Voice. This is an hour show that aims to give teachers the opportunity to talk on air about their unforgettable journey, thrilling adventures, share their splendid wisdom to inspire and give hope to our listeners and viewers. This show airs by the Philippine Las Vegas radio station located in the heart of Las Vegas every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And in the Philippines, it's Sunday, 9 in the morning. I am teacher Judy, your host, and my co-hosts for tonight are teacher Pacita Ross from New York City.
Hello.
And our dear Tita Josie Harrison from Las Vegas.
Hola! Kumusta kayo lahat?
Kastila siya.
I love this. But, Tita Josie and Tita Pasep, before we proceed sa program natin, of course, let us greet our teachers, family, all around the world. Tita Josie.
Hello! Sana ay nakatuto kayo. Yan ang salita ng mga announcers sa Pilipinas eh. Nakatuto kayo sa PHLV Radio Teacher Voice. Dahil marami kaming information sa inyo and we share all good information to all of you. Thank you.
True. Thank you, Tita Pasep.
In addition, sa buong mundo, sa buong Pilipinas, binabati ko lahat ng ating mga kababayan, especially the teachers. Sige, magbakasyon kayo ngayon. Refresh and reinvigorate yourselves para sa susunod na opening in August or September. I am not sure now. Okay, and then you will hear and learn a lot from our guests, like our guest for tonight. So, keep on now listening.
Yes. And teachers all over the world, we want to greet you. Happy teachers every day.
Yes.
Every day.
Yeah.
So, tonight we are going to have a very special friend for Tita Pasit and for Tita Josie and myself. Ito taga New York. Pero I know nandyan siya ngayon sa Philippines. And yes, bakasyon kasi Tita Pasit. Bakasyon. So pagbigyan natin ito.
Right.
Ang mga teachers from New York, from Las Vegas, I think they are right now in the Philippines. Tita Josie, are you correct? Do you have friends also?
Yes. Everybody is talagang nakikinig sila. Marami daw information. In fact, let me just share you something. My daughter called me and she said, Mom, you are very popular in Iloilo. Sabi ko, really? Why?
Really?
Kasi they were talking and they heard about your donation in one school.
Oh, yes.
So now they know I donate. Sabi nila, sana mag-donate ka rin daw sa kanila.
Oh. You see, it's a very good thing that we have PHLV, the Teacher Voice. Dahil yung mga tao na mga philanthropo or philanthropist, nag-share sila, Tita Pasit, correct?
Yeah. Mabuhay ang PHLV and Teacher Voice.
Correct. So, tonight, hindi na natin ito palampasin.
Okay.
Ang time na ito. We have here, pero isuspense natin dahil itong tao na to, celebrity ito noon sa Philippines. I will tell you kung paano siya nag-celebrity. Dahil isa ito siya na athlete na nakita ko siya sa Bacolod City.
Okay.
So, suspense ito. Ibigay ko muna kay Tita Paset.
All right. Okay. My pleasure. I'd like to introduce our special guest for tonight. And let me tell you a few things about her. Yeah, it's a her. Okay, our guest currently teaches mathematics at the Bronx International High School in New York City. Before moving to New York City, she was a mathematics and journalism teacher in Cebu City in the Philippines. Mm-hmm. And also a principal for a year in the same place before coming to the United States. She holds a bachelor's and a master's degree in education, both majoring in mathematics. She studied for a doctorate in educational management in Cebu Normal University and recently, she earned a PhD in Developmental Administration from Philippine Christian University.
And Jojo has several awards from local and international organizations.
Mhm.
And let me see. You have to excuse, I need my glasses. Put my glasses back again. And
Ganun talaga yung mga seniors.
Ay,
oh
ganun na
my.
talaga. Hindi lang 65 years old.
65
65 and up pa. Pero tingnan natin kung kaya niya ito na walang
and
atraso.
international organization, including the Metro Bank Foundation Outstanding Teacher, the Victor Oy Foundation Model Teacher, and by the Department of Education as Outstanding Classroom Teacher.
Mhm.
And Outstanding School Paper Advisor in the Philippines. It's no surprise that even in the United States, she was recognized by 3 teachers department, the AFTA, the UNIFED, and the AFTEA. She has been recognized for her outstanding service as a classroom teacher, mathematics teacher trainer, facilitator, as well as the AFTA Balikturo Service Award and the Ulirang Guru Award.
Here are the advocacies of this person. The twofold life advocacy of Jojo is anchored in sports and education as a way to give back to the community. Her participation in sports, specifically volleyball, started in 3rd grade up until now. Wow. She founded the 8x8 Let's Get Vertical Invitational, the LGVI, which is one of the largest volleyball tournament in Cebu.
Oh, wow.
Additionally, as part of her education advocacy, she conducted professional development workshops for teachers throughout Region 7. These activities were intensified as soon as she joined AFTA's Balikturo program in 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome our guest for tonight, Jojo Demolgene. Good morning. Welcome. Okay, Jo, we want you to greet your friends all over the Philippines, around the world. It's your turn.
Of course. Hello, good morning here in the Philippines to my friends, especially in the province of Cebu. I'm in Manila right now for the quarantine.
I know.
But I'm still enjoying it now. Good evening, United States of America. And good day, world.
True. Yes. So, Jo, I know that you are there in the Philippines right now because she is taking a break, Tita Josie and Tita Pacita.
Oh.
So we will give her happiness to be with the family and friends there in Cebu. So the good thing about Jojo is this. Nakauwi di siya sa Philippines. Tayo nandito pa rin, Tita Josie at Tita Pacita.
That's right.
Oh, I know. Okay. So, Jo, we will grill you with good questions.
Tinatakot mo siya ng gusto eh. Grill natin siya. Wala naman tayong barbecue sauce.
I know.
Kaya ikot na siya ng ikot ngayon eh.
Pero tita, pagpunta na doon, if she goes home back to Cebu, dami na doon mga barbecue.
Yeah.
Different. Ang lechon. Ang lechon, tita, ng Cebu. Talagang delicious. Very delicious.
Really?
Now, oh yes. Jojo can tell you that later. Okay, Jo, welcome to our show. And this show will inspire the teachers and even the parents and the students who are going to listen to us. And Jo, I have a question.
Yeah.
That's what I mentioned to you a while ago. Nakita ko ito siya nasa palarong pambansa.
Okay.
Sa volleyball ito ng
Yeah.
Cebu. That's why when I saw her before, sabi ko, alam mo, ka-familiar ng ano mo, ng beauty mo. Kasi nakita, and when she told me na palarong pambansa pala ito, tita, hinag ko siya dahil siya pala ang aking favorite na volleyball player.
Wow.
Player.
That
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
So, Jo,
palarong
ito.
pambansa is our Olympics.
Ay, oo,
right, in the
Olympic na
Philippines.
doon.
Oo,
Pag
parang-
sabi mo palarong pangbansa, player ka, talagang celebrity ka,
Very
tita.
good.
Doon sa Philippines. Okay. Jo, I have a question. What
Yeah.
is in you? Na nandun ka na sa palarong pangbansa, nag-teacher ka. Yan ang question ko muna.
Well,
What inspired you?
Yeah. So as you have said, I started playing volleyball when I was in third grade. And then I just used sports as one avenue to develop myself, different values. And then I also use it. I'm a certified student athlete. So I'm in terms of tuition fee, I'm free all the way to college because of
Wow.
Because of that, yes.
Excellent. Excellent.
Nakatulong yung scholarship. Is there a scholarship you said? Yeah.
Right.
That always helps, you know. And you know, volleyball is a very good sport, you know. Nung ako nasa Pilipinas, karamihan ng kaibigan ng kapatid ko, they are all playing volleyball, you know, which is good, you know. Masyadong popular sa atin ang volleyball. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine pag-strike to ni Jojo, pag-strike sa volleyball court, hindi talaga makaano tita mo. Grabe tong puwersa ni Jo mo hanggang ngayon. Puwersa sa edukasyon pa rin as a teacher.
Kasi marami siyang kinakain lechon. Yeah. Lechon, dinuguan, adobo, pakbet, hala.
Hala. Okay. Tita, Paset, mayroon
Yeah, let's be a little bit serious this time here.
Okay.
Kasi
Okay.
we want to inspire our teacher listeners, you know. Now, it seems like Jojo has or is breathing mathematics all her life. Yun ang turo niya ever since she started. Okay, now, so my question is, you know, I'm sure you have come across some parents or students who had told you, I don't like math, it's boring, I don't like it, etc., etc. Now, my question is, how have you handled challenges like those? Or can you tell us about mga creative activities mo in order to gain the students to not only, not loving maybe, but just liking the subject? Please tell us.
I hear that a lot of times. From my
I know. I know.
Yeah, and it's very prevalent though that many of the kids don't like mathematics. They really hate it.
Right.
It's another language. It's another world for them. So the only thing that I did in terms of students expressing their dislike of mathematics is that I let them feel that I'm always around to support their needs in terms of, you know, understanding of the concepts as well as going through with the processes in mathematics. I know that there are a lot of strategies, techniques that you can use, but your relationship with the student is far more important than those strategies. As soon as they feel, as soon as they feel that they are cared, then they would surely open up. And that's where you are able to, you know, delineate some of, individualized techniques and strategies for them to be able to understand. I mean, not like mathematics at all, but they get into the table and they're able to communicate their thinking about certain concepts when you are there. You know, when they feel that they are being cared for.
So what you're saying, a teacher has to gain their
Trust
for, on you, of you, and also to at least like you. Kasi pag hindi kanila gusto talaga, wala na, tapos na ang laban, First, they have to like you, and then trust you. And then, kahit hindi nila mamahalin ng math, they will be there to at least learn. what you have to teach them.
Yeah, and
Right.
it's those creative strategies and techniques doesn't speak volume even if you are not. I mean, if the students feel that they don't belong to the classroom or
Exactly.
are not there to support them whenever they feel they're inappropriate. Yeah.
True. True.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Tita Josie.
Well, reading your bio, there's something there that it says that you are a paper advisor. I don't get it. What
She's
is
very
that?
good in writing, Tita Josie, just to let you know.
Yeah. I said, what is that? But I said, I'll just ask her later.
Because in
So,
high school, I was already part of the student publication in high school, and then I continued in college. So that's one reason also why I majored in mathematics, because I thought I have the language facility already. So why should I major English or language teaching
Correct. Yeah. Mhm.
when I know a little bit of it already when I was still in high school? So like I've been the editor-in-chief, the literary editor,
Yeah.
in high
Mm.
school and college. So I majored in mathematics because I actually like language teaching because that's like my minor. In my doctorate degree, all my colleagues are language teaching. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I taught journalism in high school, and yeah, I have produced a lot of winners in the national level competition of journalism in my previous school in the Philippines. And I actually produced two outstanding campus journalists in my stint as the school paper advisor. And at the same time, in the national level, I was awarded as outstanding school paper.
Wow.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Very
But
good.
Jo, I have a question. What confuses me is this. You are in athlete world competition like that. What is in you that you can take to specialized bachelor's degree in physical education because you are in there, but what inspires you to go for mathematics specialty?
Okay, so one of the reasons why I majored in mathematics, not physical education,
Uh-huh.
because I said that if I knew something about a certain thing, then I would not, pursue because I can go deep with it by myself. So mathematics is not my strong
Uh-huh.
Oh,
subject in high school, and so I said I need to learn more about mathematics, so I majored in mathematics. But then again, a lot of things in sports that I have learned, values that I have learned, are very much translated in my classroom practices.
oh
Let's
my
say, for
gosh.
example, teamwork. I am a certified team player because I know that the strongest part of a team are the members, and the strongest part of the members is the team. So that's what I understand about teamwork. So in school, I can work pretty well with my team. And another thing that I have learned also is respect on individualities. Like
True.
individual skills, and I'm able to translate that in the classroom. Like understanding my kids that they're coming from different points. Okay,
True.
so that when I create my curriculum and the materials around it, I see to it that it allows the opportunity of several entry points in accordance to their skills. Yeah, it's like I'm an advocate of assessment equity actually.
Oh
That
wow.
students should be assessed according to their skills, prior and current.
Correct. Uh-huh.
True. True. Wow.
Jojo, do us a favor. Could you make your microphone closer to you, or maybe make your audio sound louder?
Yeah.
Because I'm having a tough time hearing some of your words.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Some
Yes.
more, just a little bit more.
That's
Okay.
better.
I'll just speak louder.
Better.
That's good.
That's
Okay.
better.
Okay.
Better
Okay.
now. Okay. I have not a question really. I just want to say something. Now, I heard you say you went into mathematics because it's something you thought or you think you are not very strong at,
Right.
as you said. Now, I really admire that mentality kasi most people would pursue more of what they love and what they're already very good at, while you are a bit different from them. Now, what was it like in your journey? Pupunta ka dun sa something that you have some weakness.
Difficulty, yeah.
Yeah, difficulty. How was the journey? Can you tell us, can you tell our listeners para naman ma-inspire sila, not to be afraid?
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of courage to do it. It's a lot of challenges along the way, but I love challenges. That's what I've learned from being a student athlete also. Okay, that challenges are part of life, and hurdling it is the most rewarding thing that you can feel. So yeah, I'm a risk taker. I'm a challenger, challenges taker. So yeah.
Very good.
Wow. Go.
Very good.
Tell me about this 8x8 LGVI tournament institute.
Yeah, what is that? Right.
What is that?
Yeah, okay. So the 8x8 LGBI, Let's Get Vertical tournament, is one of the biggest tournament actually in the province of Cebu. We have like 5 different volleyball tournaments going on in every season, and it's in every year. We don't have the tournament this year because of the pandemic, so the gyms are not open, so we won't be able to do it. Now, the concept of the 8x8 volleyball tournament is actually based on my experience as a volleyball player. I've always been part of the first 6 of the team, so I played the whole time. So the concept of 8x8 is to give each player equal playing time. So that, because I always feel those players who are always sitting because they don't have that skill be part of the major team, So like, okay, let me conceptualize a tournament that will give equal playing time for the players. So that's why I conceptualize 8x8. It's 8x8 because there are 8 players from both sides of the court, and all of the players are rotating.
Correct.
So everybody can play at the same time.
That's so nice.
Yeah. You know what? My eldest granddaughter plays volleyball, and she is already at a certain level. Now, each time we watch her tournaments outside of out of state tournaments, I could see some. It's a girls group, Some girls na yung binabangko sila ng very little time lang. I really don't agree with that. But who am I to tell the coach that it's not healthy or it's not good, Kasi I saw one of the girls, ka-teammate ng apo ko, kung lumakad siya, wala yung kanyang self-confidence. I could see it. Nakaganyan siya. So I like what you said, that all of them are there, then they rotate, so everybody gets a chance to do something.
Exactly.
Wow,
I like that. I like that.
They can pattern this view of JoJo here in America.
Yeah, I actually patterned the system from the club that I played in New York, the Gotham Volleyball Club. So I'm still part of the club. We have these tournaments, and everybody in the team is part of the rotation. So nobody is sitting on the bench.
Right.
There's a bench for the players. Everybody's standing up because you have your turn to play in the court. So that's the system. I adopted that from Gotham, which is my
It's very good.
Very good, very good.
Very good. Walang bangko-bangko kasi masama yung sa self-esteem ng player, di ba?
Yeah, well, it's true that
Tita Josie?
It is true that they are part of the varsity team, but it's not good to see them always, sitting down on the bench and not playing at all, especially during, games that are, going through the championship. They don't have that chance to play, actually.
That chance, right.
Yeah, it's the first 6 the whole time. And I'm so lucky that I'm part of
True.
the because I'm always like the outside hitter, the first outside hitter. So I'm always part. Sometimes I'm the team captain of the team. So
The starters, yeah, the
Are you
starters.
still active in playing volleyball even here in New York?
yeah, before the pandemic, I was still playing. Then all of
She
the
is, yeah.
the tournament got stopped because of the pandemic. Yeah, I was a team captain of the Division 4 of Gotham. There's a lot of divisions in Gotham, like there are 10 divisions, depending on your skill.
Is it a school? Is it a school affiliated volleyball team that you are in?
You mean here in New York?
In New York, yeah.
No, it's a tournament for professionals. You know, like we go to a tryout, and then there are captains that are being elected by the whole division, and then the team captains pick from those who try out. Okay, and you've been lucky enough to be picked by a team captain. I've never failed to get into a team though. I
Very
started
good.
playing in 2014. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
Excellent. Wow. Tita Josie, do you have a question?
Well, my question is just, your name. I assume you're married, right? Is that your married name?
Single yan.
Single. So what
Yeah,
is
you're-
that? Are you? I don't know. Is that a Bisaya name? Friend's
Jo,
name? Because I
wow,
haven't
Jo,
heard that.
congratulations.
Boy
Huh?
Ganea. I said, what a name. Maybe she's married to a friend's guy.
Actually, it was really funny when I had my interview for my citizenship. And then,
Citizenship.
actually, the officer asked me about why Janae, are you married? It was the same question. I said,
Oh,
I'm not. I'm very much single. But I told him, like, I just love the sound of it, Janae. Like one of my students in my first school in Manhattan, which is an all-girls school, is named Janae. And she was really, really good in mathematics. And like I really liked her because she's so humble and unassuming, so that every time I teach mathematics, I would always remember her name. So
Oh my God. Wow,
was
you
one
were
of my-
inspired by the
Yeah.
by the student.
yeah, she was one of my inspiration actually, because it was my first year of teaching actually in university. It was really tough. I have someone who would always stood for me, like in the classroom. So yeah, I love that.
Does she know? Does she know?
She didn't know that I used her name.
Uh-huh.
what an honor for her. Right.
Wow. Wow.
Okay,
If you are single and you are very much interested in the volleyball sports, I'm just asking, why did you not continue to maybe be a representative in the Olympic?
yeah, why not?
Why not?
Teacher siya. Dahil nag-teacher siya, Tita Josie.
Well, I mean, it's I don't know. She's single. She got all the time in the world. I think that is something that kind of.
Yes, Tita, I got you. I mean, so when I was a student,
Ang ganda pa. Diba, Tita, no? Ang ganda.
That's true.
my primary focus is my education, not sports. Sports was just there for me to be able to get some scholarships. So my only goal for volleyball was to play for the school, represent the school. And it just so happened that I was, able to play the Palarong Pambansa and all that. And even play, commercial beach volleyball tournaments. Yes.
I'm just curious.
Yeah. Totoo.
It wasn't
There are so
actually-
many athletes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
there are so
no.
many athletes that the game or the sports that they are in is just only a stepping stone for them to
Something
go to
else.
college. Yeah.
Right, for something,
is-
yeah. Yeah, that's
And
true.
that happened also to Jojo. Yes.
Yeah. If
Okay,
it-
Tita
yeah.
Pasit.
Yes, okay. Now, let's talk about teaching practices. No, I'm not asking you to tell us, those high sounding terms. No, no, it's not about that. I want you to be as practical as you can. Kasi
Okay.
nakikita ko, I have been a teacher to, although 9 years ago pa ako na nag-retire. Anyway, I am out of the loop na. I am just wondering, how much of your sports mindedness or love for sports goes into your real, real mathematical situations para bang gamitin ng mga bata yung idea ng sport
Ideas
to
niya.
solve problems, mga real problems in mathematics. I wonder if you do that.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, it was about the values that I've learned in sports that's pretty well translated in my practices in the classroom. As I've said, it's about teamwork, about respect for individuality and individual skills. And aside from that, I actually created one module in one of the concepts in mathematics that I actually, use the sports that the students love. So it's one of their choices. So actually the topic is about quadratic function, about projectile of the ball, and they get to choose the sports that they love so well, so that they have ownership and they're able to grapple with materials with gusto. So yeah, that's one.
Wow.
Very good.
That's
Very
so
good.
cool.
Very good. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Are
Yeah.
they interested?
Very interested, and I have a very good, responses on. They really work on it because it's their interest. So yeah, when I always create a module on a certain topic, I would always provide choices for them because in a way I would be able to hear their voices on their choices. So in a way, it's not difficult to, get into their misconception if they are able to express and communicate their thinking through my modules.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Critical thinking and writing and expressing are all part now of mathematics. Hindi lang yung addition, subtraction, division, all that, It's also writing and grammar and everything else. Now, I was just thinking, ngayon sa public education or even in other forms of education, the word menu is already used a lot, right? Like you said, you have a menu of activities that your students might be interested in and can choose which one to attack. Di ba ganon?
Yeah.
And how do you find the class interest or the class acceptance of what you have given them sa iyong menu?
Before I would create the menu, actually, I would conduct a survey. So let's say, for example, the one that I told you a while ago about the topic on projectile motion, which is quadratic function.
Right.
It's actually an interdisciplinary concept, which is science, physics, and mathematics. So I actually created a survey around what are their favorite sports, and it came up that there are 4 of them that the students are really interested. So yeah, before I create the menu, it should be coming from the students, because if not, if I would just create by myself, I would not be able to know if they're really interested of the theme.
Of course.
So you're doing survey.
Yes.
Survey.
The survey.
Survey mo na.
It may
Yeah.
not be a very
Wow.
formal survey. Yeah, it may not be a very formal survey. Let's say, for example, when I started the module, on quadratic function and projectile motion, and I was thinking of the sports because I can see that my students are really into sports. So just one question, like, what's your favorite sports? Maybe that informal survey. And I would be able to know like the trend in the classroom and even the whole school, that I'm teaching. So that's where
How many classes do you? How many
Um,
classes do you handle regular?
I teach 3 to 4 classes a day. And
Uh-huh.
I can also tell you that added challenge to being a math teacher in my school is literacy because I am in an international school and most of our students do not know how to speak English. So aside from being a math teacher, I'm also a literacy teacher. So that's where
Oh,
my being a journalism teacher
Challenge. Yes.
to play.
good.
So,
Right, that's right.
yeah.
That's
So part
good.
of
Can you
the
tell
project,
us about,
yes,
correct.
Judy.
You are right now you are currently a teacher there in the Bronx International High
National High
School,
School.
correct? Okay.
With Melvin, right? With Melvin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us about the market in there? I mean, not the market.
Demographics
The demographics, the
Demographics.
kind of students in there.
ng mga bata. Okay.
Right.
So these are students who are first immigrant to the US. Okay. They're
Oh,
here like maybe most of maybe 2 years mostly. So they don't have the
oh.
facility of the language yet. Most of them do not know how to speak English, do not know how to write English. So when you create
Wow.
your materials, you should see to it that you give them the opportunity
True.
to develop the language, speaking and writing. So that's an
Wow.
added challenge actually to my job as a teacher of the
Yeah.
Bronx International High School. So which is
So what
actually,
level?
say that again, Tita.
What levels? You said 3 to 4 levels.
Subjects a day. Uh-huh.
Oh, right now,
What
before
ages?
high school, I'm in the high school.
Grade 9, 10, 11, 12, right? 9,
Yeah,
10,
I
11,
taught
12.
I started with 9 and 10, and then I
Okay.
created a curriculum for 9 and 10 actually because in my school it's a consortium school, so the teachers have the autonomy to create their own curriculum. So I created the curriculum for 9th
Oh,
and 10th grade, and it's being used already by the teachers of the 9th and 10th grade. Then my principal moved me to 11 and 12 this year to create the curriculum for 11 and 12.
wow.
Which is
Beautiful.
mathematics literacy base. So the curriculum that actually created is mathematical analysis. Although it's still
Okay.
based on the state standards of New York City. I mean, New York State.
Okay. So you are teaching right now 8, 9, and 10, and then 11, 12. Okay.
Yeah.
So for the teachers, even back home in the Philippines, there, if they are right now listening, because of that, of those 4 levels, and then you said you find it hard, what can you advise to them in order for them to teach teach mathematics in spite of 4 preparations?
Number one, you need to
Number
know.
1, teachers, listen.
Number one, you need to know the skill level of your kids.
Students, okay.
That's where you start. And then number two, you need to know their what strengths and weaknesses in terms of concepts and processes before you create those materials. Because it's so difficult that you don't do that and you just create yourself. You will be lost in the transit because kids may not be able to grapple the materials that you are working on. So that's the first thing that you should do. Know your students first, their skills, their weaknesses, their strengths, and then maybe and most of all is their interest.
Yeah.
Because yeah, that's where students start to like mathematics because they are working on. They sometimes forget that mathematics is very abstract when they work on materials that are very close to their heart.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. The
True.
interest is high.
Yes.
Yeah. So they pursue some more and they work harder because they're very interested in the whatever they're doing. That's
Yeah.
very nice.
So that's how you turn around the table from them hating mathematics to at least liking mathematics.
Liking.
Okay.
Not
But Tita Josie, Jo,
I don't
listen to
like
this.
math.
Okay, that
If
is
you're
what I
gonna
want
ask
to.
me,
That
I
is
don't
what I
like
want to
math.
hear. Okay, Tita Josie, she has for maybe going to be a year now of telling us here a lot of mathematics teachers were interviewed here. But Tita Josie has been telling them, I hate math. I hate math. That's what she's always saying. So, Tita Josie, what do you expect from JoJo if you are a student in order for you to be more
Like,
interested?
at least to
Okay.
Well,
learn.
I'm still dwelling in the thought of why is she not married? That's what my mind is set right now.
She
I
loves
have to
me.
go to where she is right now, and I'm gonna be her agent.
Oh,
Has to be married within the next 3 years.
JoJo,
she's
oh my,
loving her single blessedness, you know.
no,
She's
this
free
is
to go anywhere.
the message of this co-host of mine is saying that you are very smart. You have a lot of talent. You are beautiful. But at
Oh
the
my God.
end of the day, why you are still single? Is that the one that you're saying, Tita
Because
Josie?
they are blind. Those men there are blind. They need
Jo,
glasses, prescription one.
Jo,
You're right,
siguro,
right, right.
nagandahan ka siya sa'yo.
That's right.
Right. Gandahan
Well,
siya.
I'm pretty married to my vocation as a teacher and to the
Okay, okay. All right. I respect that.
I respect that.
I
I'm
respect
just joking, you know.
I know. We know that.
Yeah. And
Ang ganda
to be
kasi ni
honest
Joy.
with you, math is not my forte. I love public speaking. I like public interactions. But you know, I'll share with you that I wind up to be a manager of the bank. I don't know how I did it. I bought
That is
3 kinds of
mathematics, is that?
calculator. I always have my calculator around my desk.
Oh, that's a mathematics skill.
I don't know, but you know, like I said, right now I'm planning to take my degree in journalism, but I never liked math. I don't understand it. They explained to me a simple, not college level, how to divide, how to add, or whatever these dagan fractions. I don't know how to do it.
Maybe you had a very bad experience with your teachers before.
exactly.
Oh,
I
probably.
I can tell you that one of the reasons why I became a math teacher because of one teacher in high school. Yeah,
What happened?
because she was able to concretize how abstract is
Oh, okay.
mathematics in the classroom.
Yeah,
So
the
that's where I
abstract.
learned to like. I started liking mathematics when I was already at third year high school because of my math teacher. And
Yeah.
I would always tell her that you are one of the reasons why I became a math
You're
teacher.
in math. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, the teacher has such an influence so that, you know, makuha mo yung bata, then they kind of follow your footsteps. No, you know, Jojo, um, I just wanted to know how you're doing it. All my life, I had taught mathematics and reading, my first and most favorite subject to teach. Anyway, yeah, like you said, and like I have experienced, there are parents who would all tell me, sabi ko sa kanila, don't let your child hear it, but they of course had heard it. I hate math, I don't like it, etc., etc. You know, all my teaching years, I had advocated for the children to first like math by enjoying math. So I had come up with a menu of games that
Mhm.
actually are not just games, but are actually exercises to strengthen a concept or a skill in other things about mathematics. And so I am proud to say that I have made some hesitant students like or love mathematics. So I wonder, do you have something like equivalent to the games I did with the elementary kids I had? Is there anything like it that you do?
Yes, there are a lot in high school, but in high school, there's more of, applications, yeah, that they can use that they are, because the interest of high school students are different from elementary school.
Of course.
Yeah, in
Mhm.
terms of age. So there are more on up to using apps on the computer.
Correct. Yeah.
So I
I
have
have a question.
Technology, yeah. Mhm.
Okay,
That's-
John, this is it. Do you believe that there are some students who are very good in math, right, Tita Josie?
Not
They
me.
are very good. But like us, like me and Tita Josie, we have very hard time on dealing mathematics. So, do you believe that there are students that are gifted in mathematics?
Yes, there are actually, and there are
Okay.
few of them.
Okay, a few.
Challenge- And actually, the challenge of the teacher is how to challenge them more to think more about the concepts, like
Okay.
keep
Yeah.
the rest
But
of
I will make that
higher.
But I will make that challenge of yours more worse for us, for Tita Josie and me. How will you deal with the students like
Like
me and
you.
Tita Josie? Right? How will you make us uh, more interested of mathematics? Or can you change our mind about mathematics?
Not mine.
Okay,
Friends,
nandiyan ka naman. So we will ask the master in here, Jojo. If you have students like me and Tita, that fine.
Okay.
If right, what will you do?
Okay, in my opinion,
Okay.
maybe those things happen because teacher failed to hear their kids. I mean, it's very important that you hear their voices, where they're coming from, like why you need to understand why they hate mathematics. So that's the first step. And then create some materials around things that would help them
Yes.
and their interests. So yeah, it's very important that you hear first your students, especially those who are always telling you that they hate mathematics. That could be a very simple voice, but deep inside, it's something big that you need to understand. Okay. I'm not a special education teacher, but I really understand those layers of emotions going around in terms of liking mathematics, and you need to understand them before you can work around materials for them.
Wow.
But you know, my weakness is, Jojo, is this. When a teacher is explaining something, my interest is there. I'd never block that because I want to learn.
Yeah.
Pero my,
When they explain everything on board, I truly understand every detail. But you put me in the examination desk,
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay.
and then when I hear those clicking of the clock, forget it.
Oh, I see. I see.
Forget it. I took my real estate license here in Nevada, and I'm telling you, not to brag, when I was taking the actual class, my professor said, "Oh, Josie, you're gonna, ace it. No, just the trust is there because I understood everything. But when it went to the test, nope. I don't know what happens to me. I just can't. I cannot.
oh,
Just a poor test taker.
Yeah. They told me just take it another one, just another $100. I said, nah, I don't want to take it.
oh. So ano na ya, Jo?
So
How will you assess that? Tita Josie, thank you for telling us that. Huh? Dahil it's not just you, Tita. There are so many
Others.
students, right? And
Oh, I can get up in a class and explain to them the easement of the property and this and that. I mean, perfect. My professor said, "Oh, you're gonna ace it, Josie." He doesn't even think that I got a problem. But no, I do have a problem on the test.
So ano
Yeah.
yan, Jo?
Oh, I mean, in my opinion, when you were a student, I think you were not heard enough of these emotions that you are going through in terms of mathematics. So I think that's where it started, and it piled up. It
Ano? Hindi ano?
and it
Hindi ano,
accumulated.
Jo?
Like you were not
Accumulate. Yung mga negative.
then it becomes a wall. It becomes a wall already. Although you are good in mathematics, I can see that. There's something in you that really knows mathematics, but it's just that you have built this wall already that you can't do it. So it's something psychological that the teacher should have worked with you when you were still a student.
Yeah.
Tita, sana noon may mga special ed. Tayong dalawa classmates.
Wala siya eh. Ewan ko nasan si Jojo kung anong ginagawa that time.
Classmate sana tayo kung may special ed. Oh, nako. Wow, this is so very interesting, but we don't have enough time. Our
I
1 hour is
know.
just, oh, it flew
I
away.
just have one question kay Jojo. No,
Okay.
Jojo,
One
you
question. All right.
just got your doctorate in philosophy.
Salute.
Yeah, and then in developmental administration. Now, I know Melvin has gone into administration. Are there any plans for you about doing the same thing, going into that particular area?
Before coming over to the US, actually, I became a school principal for a year and a half. So
Yeah.
So I actually tried the administration pathway, but I felt that it wasn't for me, that I am more effective in the classroom. Yes.
In the classroom.
Wow.
Yeah.
More effective in the
Mm-mm.
classroom.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Jo. Yes.
I'm telling you,
I understand.
Melvin is my student in high school.
That's great.
Huh?
Yeah. Melvin is my student
Oh,
first year and fourth year high school. And
oh
Oh.
my goodness. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
But you look like you're 30-year-old only. 30 years
That's what Tita
Melvin,
Josie is
come
saying.
on.
That is what
Yeah, he
Tita
was
Josie
my
is saying.
student.
Why are you still single?
He was
Okay.
one of
So
my
thank you
best
very much.
Melvin is
Okay,
one
go
of my
ahead, Jo.
students in high school. And now he is my assistant principal. So you know how things turned
I
around.
know, I know, I know. Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
That is what you said.
I'm so proud of him.
Yes. Yes.
Always
Oh,
been around to
Correct. Correct.
support him, you know?
I'm
Right.
very happy for him.
Mm-hmm.
I actually
But that's what we heard.
I've actually had 3 students who
really?
are teachers in New York City from the school where I taught. in high school.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
There are 3 of them here.
That's so
So
cool.
they're like
Very good.
my
Okay.
friends, my
Give us their names.
side. Judilyn
Oh, yes.
is one of
That's
the
true.
teachers. And then we have Jessa
Oh,
in Oregon. They're actually Jessa.
wow.
She's married already, so they are my students in high school, and they're here. And Jessa
Back
and
home.
yeah,
Of course.
Jessa and Melvin are math majors. I don't know if they followed my path, if they got the inspiration from me, but they are math majors, and then Rubelin is a science major.
Wow. We are very impressed. We are very impressed.
Oh.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Jo. And then we will ask Tita Josie and you to give us quotes. And then just to inspire people, just a short quote. Okay, Tita Josie?
Okay, my quote for today is, the happiest people don't have the best of everything.
Mm.
They just make the best
Oh,
of everything.
That's very good.
oh, good. That's
Yeah.
why, Tita, mga happy people tayo, ano?
Yeah.
Right.
We don't
Especially me. Especially me.
Me too.
Me too. Walang-wala. Okay, Tita Pasit.
Okay, now this is from Confucius. We know him. Okay, now he says, the man who moves mountains
Mm.
begins by carrying small stones. And
Oh.
I could proudly say that I have tried my best to carry some small stones, even just a few, but I have done it. So,
Good for you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good, Tita. True, true. Mama Jojo.
Oh, what am I going to say? Okay. So I've always been a warrior in my life. Like I've always considered myself a warrior. So the quote that's always been moving me forward is, why should I bow my head and surrender my enemies to my enemies when I can defeat them?
exactly.
No surrender, no retreat ito, Tita.
Yes. Keep
Oh,
moving.
ito. Ito naman ha, sabi dito. Wisdom brings strength and knowledge gives power.
Okay.
Battles are won by listening to advice and making a lot of plans.
Nice.
Hey.
Agree.
Right.
Yeah.
I got that in Proverbs, in the book of Proverbs in the Bible.
Very
I
good.
said,
Very
oh,
good.
this is so
Very good.
cool. Right. So thank you very much, Jo. Aba, na-excited din kami kanina sa iyo. Pero sabi ni tita, bigyan kanya daw ng mapapangasawa.
Wow.
Hanapan kanya sa Las Vegas. Okay.
Well, actually, I'm actually dating right now, so
Yay!
Josie, ninang ka, Josie.
Tita Josie, una happy. Good siya, Jo. Tita, wala na. Wala nang taga Las Vegas, okay? Pwede na. Refrain na. Okay, Jo, we congratulate you on that. So thank you very much,
Yeah,
Jo.
thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here, and we have a very good time, question and answers. And then, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We are so proud of you.
We're very proud of you, Jo.
thank
Very.
you for inviting me over. I hope I'm able to, share
You
something.
inspired us.
with teachers.
Very good. Very good.
Very well.
Please invite me to the wedding, please.
Tita, Jo, pwede ka na kamay-ninang ka na dyan sa Las Vegas, ah.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you see si Tita, oh. Okay, nandito lang kami, ah. Thank you, Jo. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Everyone.
Bye.
Good evening. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.